It's me.
A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battery rams to force their way in, with break-in entry incidents up 40% over last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight. And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics.
So here's the part where I can actually play the game and talk about things, because that party scene was the worst. Now, those first 2 scenes were really the main things that I would have to replay over and over and over and over and over again. So those are the 2 I'm the most drained of doing. And apologies, because I'm pretty sure it might not be smooth that through editing, but there was times where I had to pause because I couldn't be left alone. So there's like a little hiccup inside the Catwoman exchange. That's why. So edit my way around it. I was even debating. I was like, do I even want to keep recording? Because it pissed me off that much. But anyway, Batman, Travis. Walking on his own there. We're gonna go ahead and just explore the Batcave a bit, and while I take my moments for commentary, because I don't want to mess with that just yet. This is actually the game that got me into Batman. Oh, okay, I thought he was gonna talk. Like, I knew about Batman, but very little. I didn't really care too much, but this really got me interested in it.
Let's see if I can refine the edge. Could be sharper.
Like, I did a Catwoman shoot, and I had my roommate tell me about her, because I didn't know much.
The mayor's office was a success.
But yeah, like this was what really got me into Batman.
Spare grapple. Can't believe I let her take that. Can deliver a jolt or knock out electricity in the area. I suppose that Catwoman would have preferred the latter. The newest edition can program it to reveal trace elements in a confined space.
And the idea of Batman being... Like, I've seen the joke about, like, Batman without his money is still better than Superman without his powers. Like, I've seen that meme before, so I'm like, yeah, I knew about it, but, like, when you consider it, I would say he's closer to Tony Stark, where he's more like his superpower is just his brain and stuff like that, and just a cool rogues gallery of villains. I grew up more caring about Spider-Man, honestly, but I definitely have more interest in Batman now, especially now that I know how everything works and all that. Also, this theme right here, which you will get an opportunity to hear because there's going to be some reading going on, I love it. This is a very good song, and it comes up quite a few times. It's very pretty sounding, it's very peaceful, it's very ominous, it's got a lot of meaning to it for this game, I would say, or just the Batman universe in general. Another thing that really interests me about Batman...
I've got to protect my back, even from the police.
...is just how dark the universe is. It's a very dark, fucked up situation.
Lenses, voice modulation. Wayne Enterprises really outdid themselves with this version.
So, like, that appeals to me. I think we looked at just about everything. I swear, it's either walking, I guess, like, he takes 2 steps. He can't do 1 step at a time. It's only 2. That's the problem.
Let's find out what was so important.
Fighter to Gotham's mayoral seat.
Encrypted.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theater. And yet I always find you here, in a dark, damp cave, in front of a computer.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house, you know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that, Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle.
I can move. Honestly, I just think throughout growing up, it just wasn't shown to me in a way that I would have found appealing as a kid, which is why I didn't really care about Batman. But now there's so many other mediums to do. I'm looking for a thing, but I'm not
This is a
seeing
map
the
of the
thing.
east
Okay.
side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs. Everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zellerback away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. Before the game switched from billiards to cutthroat. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego.
Yeah, thanks for the interruption.
And it wasn't for you, Bruce. I was worried I might drink all my good scotch. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. I'll check the codex.
So, hopefully... Hold on. Okay, I can't really hear the music, so I don't know if it is still playing or not, but, yeah, I'm gonna be quiet and just, if you guys want to read stuff, I will give you the ability to read things. Pause if you want to. There it goes. Pause and read if it interests you. I'm not going to spend too much time. Think about it like Resident Evil.
Found her.
Okay, that's that. Also, I'm playing through the game how I would normally interact and play with things. The only thing is I held back hitting on her with the whole, better now that you're here, because that's totally a line I would use, but I was just like, I don't know. I know things and I don't know things. Well, I mean, I know things. So it's, I don't know. I also want to do things a little bit differently, kind of like how I did with Wolf, where I'm going to pick scenarios that I wouldn't normally pick. But I think there's one scenario that I'm indefinitely going to pick. I don't know. I want it to be a little bit different from how my first playthrough was. But my first playthrough was so long ago that I don't even remember everything.
Not much to find, apparently.
A few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
I stay out of sight when I need to.
Define need to.
whenever Harvey calls. The guy's exhausting.
Well, after the press conference tomorrow, I'll mark your calendar as exhausted then. The media isn't good for anyone's health. I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
I've had to cover for mysterious injuries before.
You've been lucky.
Or I'm just a really good liar.
A necessary evil in your line of work, I suppose. Though I hope you change careers someday. Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed, you two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
I think he just wants to reconnect. Criminal record or not, he's still an old friend.
A lot can change over the years. If I remember correctly, Oswald was fond of the old firecrackers in the toilet trick. I worry what he's graduated to. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.
Where are you, Oz?
So, sorry I didn't give you the ability to read the proper news, because I meant to do that. I didn't know it was going to abandon my ability. Also, I'm going to try, it's going to stick to Wolf Among Us formula, but I'm going to try and see if I can push the episodes up to like 25-ish minutes, maybe. The loading screens are really going to determine things. You shut the fuck up. And yeah, naturally, look at everything. Look at everything? Everything. This man doesn't have anything he wants to say to us. Sure. I'm rich.
Thank you, sir.
If I really was rich, I'd probably be a little bit more generous. Take it back. I mean, he didn't need it at all, considering he's got a bottle of booze there. But like, what else is a poor man to do? You know? You'd do the same. Try and kill yourself with alcohol. Well, also, I guess if they're lighting fires in trash cans, it might insinuate that it's cold out.
Great. There's the statue, but no Oz.
The point of that sentence is that usually when it's cold out, if you drink, it's supposed to like trick your brain into thinking that you're warm and you get numb to the cold. I remember that being some sort of book I read in high school, I think. Something about some dude who was like stranded in the Arctic and he used like whale blubber as like heating or something, and also he drank to fool his brain into being warm.
Beat it.
Can I say hi again? You have quite the hair cut, my friend.
Well, it isn't what it used to be.
Sorry, what year was that? Did I misread that, or did it say like 2007 or something? Oh, well, they're really being liberal with this. It's based in the 50s, 60s. Batman's old. How come Ash Ketchum is still 10 years old? Because Batman is still the same age too. It's fiction. I hate that.
Watch wallet cash. But this goes through you. Hey, you heard it, man.
Go ahead. Try and take it.
The hell you say? End him.
Gentlemen!
Oz.
Keep walking, all right?
This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the moment! Come here! Think that'll do?
Wrong button.
Stay down! This used to be a nice place. Lowlifes like you don't belong.
Legit. Think about how much that fucking hurts.
Mine! You hear that? Oh, hey Bruce. You've got a little, there. Good as new.
Thanks.
Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh? Nothing kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh?
Well, thanks for the backup.
I yanked you away from your bloody ivory tower, Bruce. Least I can do is make sure you don't get shanked.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
It's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you here, mate. Right now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit. Oh, Mum and Dad, they put so much work in here.
It's a shame what happened. It was beautiful once.
And now, it's a hellhole. Last thing my parents ever built. This city chews right through people. Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it himself, he did. My family's fortune, there's nothing left, Bruce.
I know. Alfred told me.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did. Hobnobbing parties, round-the-world vacations, unlimited potential.
I'm sorry, Oz. No one should have to go through that.
Thanks, Bruce. But we are not the only ones suffering. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce. You still care about something more than just yourself. Although, I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily...
Falcone was an uninvited guest. That's it. I never want to see his face again.
On that, we can agree in earnest. Falcone made a stack of cash and corpses a mile high, ruining families like mine. All he needs is a little push. And it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement. Sorry, mate. This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned. Things are gonna be on the upswing soon, no? A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door, and I'm here to let it in. Which brings me to you, Bruce. You see, you throw a rock in any direction, you break a window that Wayne Enterprises owns. As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list. But when my revolution starts, we're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down. Like I said, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm not your enemy, Oz.
That remains to be seen, don't it? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is why I'm warning you. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side. Good seeing you, Bruce, but I got some rocks to collect. Cheers.
Mm-hmm.